Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you for clicking on that button and thank you for always subscribing and coming back for more of farming and value addition. So today we are going to discuss tea farming, tea value addition and tea everything. So I hope you stay tuned. Good stuff. Great value coming up. So I drove all the way to Muranga to a tea farm. They also had coffee, but the fact that they had tea was just amazing. And I was so moved, and I wanted to narrate the story for you guys. They even invited me to the factory, Yani, and I had gone to see someone there who you're going to see in the video. And he was even saying that he is a farmer.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around.
A member, because that's how cooperatives work. So farmers come together and then they build the institution, they build the factory, and they're able to process their own tea, and then they sell it in the auction through KTDA. So he was like, Wangare, you are so amazing. You have made me visit the factory. I've lived here. My house is 1 kilometer away. I bring my tea leaves here every day for the last 40 years, but I've never come to their factory, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the factory yourself. If you would like to go, I am organizing a farm tour in February, and we can all go and see how tea is made. I mean, Kenya is the #1 producer of tea leaves. And you've never been to a tea factory, actually this is not the way we show pride for our country. So I hope you guys will join me, and you can ask as many questions as you want in the comment below. So basically what happened is that you get to Muranga, and this tea factory,
you can speak when you are singing so that you kill time. You can even dance with it because to remove stress. Then you throw like this very fast. You have to be very fast. Otherwise, if you are slow, you come out with nothing. With very few money.
Story, it's called Ndoti. And then, but there are so many collection centers along the way. So there are so many factories, but also they like to have collection centers like every 10 kilometers. The farmers come together, and there is a system where their payment, a certain percentage is removed, and over a certain period of time, they have enough income to now build a collection point. A collection point is not a lot, it's just a basic roof shelter where now they bring it and wait for the truck to come and collect it, and the truck takes it around. There are so many KTDA trucks in Muranga. Like, you are driving there and you're passed by about 10 or 15 trucks, and they do that the whole day. They're collecting, very efficient. And I'm here in Kajiado County thinking, what is my county doing? How is my county making sure that whatever revenue they are getting, like, I was so amazed. So the trucks collect them and takes them out to the actual factory. Once they get to the actual factory, they are loaded into this conveyor belt that makes sure that they are aerated, because in the farm it's hot, the leaves are hot, and they want them to wither. So they are exposed to more heat and they wither to lose the moisture content. Then after that, they are roasted, which is an amazing process. And then after that, they remove they grade them now, so according to the sizes. So why Muranga tea is better than any other tea in the country is because they are very specific on quality. So 2 leaves and a bud, And that specifically means that if you take, because some farmers might want to change the weight, so if you put a lot more stock, it means that you will get more weight, and but then that will affect the quality, because the younger the leaves, the more pungent the aroma and the incense. And I was even shown how to make tea properly, which I'm going to share with you. My favorite tea recipes. I've been doing tea the wrong way for 30 plus years, but now I'm doing it and I'm enjoying my Kenyan tea, my African tea. I went to Mozambique and I couldn't find brewed tea. All they have is blended, and just the things that you make that are flavored, they only work with hot water. You can't put milk. And me, I was just missing the milkness. You know, that Kenyan African tea your mom used to make you, and it's part of who you are as an identity. That's what I was missing. And there is none there, because they take the Kenyan tea and they blend it and mix it with other spices. They mix it with so many other things that it's not the pure quality thing, man. So I learned how to make tea properly from the factory. The kitchen lady, I was like, hey, licha umetupatia, because we were given food and tea, just so awesome, and chapatis. And yeah, so I followed her to the kitchen and he showed me how to make tea properly. Can you imagine? Like, half of us don't even know how to do it right. Anyway, I'm going to attach a clip at the end of this video, so make sure you watch till the end to get that way to spice your tea and to make it more when you sip it like this, you're like, oh, this is what I needed. Anyway, so we continue with the tour. They collect a lot of firewood. They buy a lot of firewood from the community, and there is no issue of tree cutting or deforestation like we experience in arid areas like Kitengela. So there, trees just grow by themselves. Like, you know how in a forest seeds fall and they grow into other trees? That's how Muranga is. The climate is so good. That's why when the Muzungu came to Africa or to Kenya, he first landed in Muranga. It was like, this climate, it's good for food and it's cool weather. They decided this is where we are going to first set up our point. And that's why you find such counties are very ahead. County Muranga, County Kiambu, they're very ahead. And county like Kajiado, we need to pump those pedals and accelerate so that we can be able to compete with such counties. So basically, then after that, it's put in a boiler where it's like they use the firewood, very little by the way, and they load it in the boiler, and then it heats the tea leaves until they are cooked at a certain temperature. Then after that, they let it cool, and then it is milled into different grades.
See that fan? It has, you have to adjust the blades. You like it. Elastic, if we're too high, then I tell you.
So it's like they siaga them and then they come out into different grades. So you know how cyclone variety or cyclone tea bags, and you think they're high standard, they're uko with the kinaroibus. Cyclone means tea that has too many stalks. It's low quality. Like when you see the more brown it is, it's used mostly for tea bags and things like that, because you can't actually see the tea leaves and it will pass through your kichungi very fast. So teas that pass through the sieve, that's not grade 1, but they have certain grades which are PF. I will going to attach those details below because they are a bit technical and you can get to know the grades. So with tea leaves, they don't say grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 or grade 4. They just use that PF number so that you know what grade it is. And then after that, it is packed in large bulk. It's not packed into individual packets. It's packed in bulk in bags, I think of around 60 kilograms, and then it's shipped. So you see these trailers moving out of the factory and it's so exciting. These trailers, they're going to Mombasa, which is where the auction happens. KTDA has a big warehouse where they have those auctions and they sell to clients who are interested in going to repack the tea leaves and sell them as themselves. So these clients are international and outsiders, and those people don't necessarily produce the tea leaves themselves. So they just buy and then they go and they either blend it with other things to add quality. They add with other flavors, like the way you find ginger tea or lemon tea, or all these mint and spices things that we are wanting nowadays that are costing so much. The basic value addition, making money, thinking, guys, cottage industries, this is where we want to go, and you can't blame others for doing it. Hata wewe amuka, decide with your life, what am I going to value add? Am I a farmer? Do I grow maize? Grind that maize, pack it into bags, sell it as a processed product. Don't complain the government. Oh, if you are doing milk, value addition in everything. I am value adding my herbs, and it's just herbs that grow on my kitchen garden of mint, but they grow sometimes too much, especially right now during the rainy season. And so I cut them and I dry them and I grind them and I pack them, especially for myself when it's off season, when it's not raining, and then I can use those products to bake a cake, make my own herbal tea, and I can even sell to my clients. For those people who come for the farm tours, guys, you're welcome to come and visit my farm in Kitengela. We charge a very small fee and you'll be able to see so much. And what we even have, our tea leaves, you'll get to enjoy our chai. It's such an exciting farm to experience. Karibuni. Yeah, so as I was saying, then so if you want to buy tea leaves, you have to put a certain deposit. It's the big boys. You wanna run with the big boys. So, you wanna run kata, 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 yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, options are many, guys. Let's think differently. Let's not let 2022 be the same as 2021. For me, what I love is the grace of God that He's given us all these opportunities. It's the year of elections, but we are saying control is in our hands. We are not going to give a leader who will come with the same template and the same things that we've been through before, but we are saying we want to take charge of our lives. How can we transform our lives? How can we make sure that we are creating generational wealth? And how we do that is creating factories. China, they started with cottage factories. Every household had a way of processing what they have. And right now, that is why they are the #1 manufacturers in the world. These things don't just happen. People don't just become superpowers just like that. It is the people who decide to take charge in their own hands. And I am challenging you and myself. Come, ask for information. Information is available. You just need to gain some interest, take some few risks, and jump. I know you don't have the money. I know you don't have much. You don't have land. Just try. Think broadly. When you start things in the supermarket, check where they are made. Ask if you can go for a factory visit. Ask to start wondering, can I also produce this? Because remember, the higher you go in the value chain, the more money you're making. And those people are Kenyans like us. They're children of God like us. So don't think just because it's Chandaria, they are special or anything. You can also become the Chandaria of tomorrow. Empires fall all the time. I'm not wishing anyone a bad thing, but I'm also saying you have the capacity in you to create something that will impact so many people. Imagine it's about helping and solving problems for other people. So when you think that as a guide, so like for us, we have skuma powders, something so simple. You take skuma wiki, you dry it, you grind it into powder. But on the other side, what does it do? It does for that busy mom in the morning who has promised herself that she needs to make a healthier choice that day. But she literally doesn't have time. She has to handle traffic, corporate world, and all that. But her blender is there and she has a banana or another fruit. And then she just adds 1 or 2 spoons of her skuma wiki powder. And that is health at a convenience. I need you to think as simple as that. Anything a human being puts into his mouth, you can value add that. So farmers tuamke, tuache kusema serikali saidia, oh we need our borders closed. No, how can we turn that kitungu into powder and export it to Asia? Or a country that doesn't produce onions, or a country that has weather problems, that it has too much winter and so they need onions. Or garlic pests. Who wants to cut garlic every day and then your hands smell like garlic? Make a paste like I do. Put it in the fridge. Every time you need garlic, spoon, container, unaweka kwa chakula na unaendelea kuslay. Yes, this is what we are about. So I hope you subscribed and keep watching this video. Good stuff, people. Bye. This is how to brew Kenyan tea. Add your milk, then some water, and add tea leaves. This is our brand, it's called Honey Yard. We ship it all around the country, just order from us. A little goes a long way. So this is the secret. You know how we put the tea on the gas and we let it boil and then we only attend to it after it's boiled? No. Once it starts simmering and bubbles start forming, tea likes to be disturbed. You have to create air, oxygen back into the tea. So keep lifting it up like you're sieving, but then keep remembering to put back the tea leaves until it turns to a nice brown. For me, I like it strong, but you can put as much as your preference. These tea leaves last very long. A little goes a long way. So yeah, that's the trick. Keep mixing, reduce your heat after it's boiled and let it simmer. Yeah, don't be in a rush to make your tea. Keep lifting it, the more bubbles the better. Serve to your favorite mug. Add sugar to taste if you want, and enjoy.